Hi guys, welcome back. It is Punt Factor here. Let me show you what I'm running. I'm continuing to playtest my Titanshift. I'm actually going to be playing with my buddy. He's on the other line here. Slick, you want to say hi?
Hey,
What are you playing today, man?
Jund.
The
Jundy
new
Jund.
and improved with Ren and sixes, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Correct.
So I'll just quickly run down through the board. It's basically standard shell. A couple flame slashes for the Phoenix matchup main board. Couple lightning bolts. A couple relics for the grindy dredge sort of Hogak jazz. But I'm not tuning this for the Hogak meta. I am tuning this for an event post Hogak ban, which I think we all know is coming. Two Anger of the Gods, and I am being a G here and running three Wood Elves. I know no one does that, but the promos are way too pretty, and I own them in paper, so I'm going to run them. In the sideboard, I have a very sort of grindy mid-range plan for Fair Deck's post board in the way of two Tireless Trackers, a Thrun, and three Baloths. The three Baloths are in regard to and respecting the resurgence of Jund, and also our burn matchup isn't the most fantastic. So this might actually end up being four Baloths. My two Ancient Grudges are going to end up being Force of Vigor, just don't have them yet. Three Damping Spheres, one Relic in the side, and then my Rex Sage, and then good old Carney T, along with Thrun for our control matchup. So let's jump into the game here. This is an unkeepable 7, unfortunately.
Good. Good.
This is probably fine. We're going to go ahead and just dump. Huh. It's interesting because he's probably going to rip ramp from our hand. So knowing that, why don't we just dump this? Make him choose here.
Nope.
Oh,
Kind of a slow start.
that's okay because I kind of have a bit of a slow start as well. But I do have that.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. We're gonna go ahead and get that out of your little graveyard here, so we don't have any Ren and Six shenanigans going on. Even though he really just needs another fetch land, but also blanks his goifs.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead, go there, and go here. So normally I'd be running 4 Ren and 6s, but online I only have 3. So the 4th spot is a Bob still.
Yeah, they're very expensive. We're gonna go ahead and shock in. It's fine. Um, get our ramp on here. So I want to tell you my thought process for not dumping this on the mulligan. A lot of the times versus Jund, games go long, so I just want to hit my land drops, and if I have one of these in my hand, and I can kind of enact that game plan, I can eventually just get ahead. And I also just thought he was gonna Inquisition me, so I figured I might as well keep the lands in my hand.
Good old Lily. We're gonna go ahead and dump as you will see, the Goyf here. It's because that's really going to be kind of useless with Relic on the field.
Alright, so I have a couple options here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and cast here. Let's get a Wood Elf. Play said Wood Elf. Let's go ahead and grab. We don't really care if this land comes in tapped or not. 2, 3, 4. So we'll go ahead and grab a Cinder Glade. Play this. There's the Inquisition.
Very true.
For
an interesting kind of deal here. Let's go ahead and uptick this currently.
So we know he has an Inquisition in hand, so this is gone regardless. So I think we're just going to ship it anyway.
We're actually gonna ship this.
Good old skews, huh?
Good old skews. And then let's see what we get ourselves into here.
Okay.
It's interesting. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll just dump this.
So target player discards a card and deals 2 damage. So 1 here, 1 here.
Just Wood Elves.
So we already upticked Lily. This is actually a tough spot. I think we're going to go ahead and cycle this.
Yeah, that's probably the call. I was thinking about getting rid of that as well, but at this point,
I would have cycled it anyway, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's too little too late for worrying about that. And just gonna take our beats while we got it.
Yeah, I mean, now we're getting to the point where oh, I shouldn't have tapped. Oh, crap.
The extra green.
Yeah.
There comes a Valakut. So we got, what, 5 out?
Yep. So any land drop or anything like that is going to start to become bolts.
So this is an interesting spot currently. I think we're just gonna do this right off the bat and just get rid of that. Life total is not gonna matter here, so drop Inquisition and so let's do this.
Yeah.
Drop and try to get some value.
Good card.
And from here,
I didn't know you ran trackers.
I do, and actually, I run one main board. I was running two main board, and I split, instead of two hex drinkers, I split it to a hex drinker and a tracker, just for another engine of card draw and another body if need be.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Yeah, so we'll do that. That's where we're at here.
5, 6.
So I feel like we're in a pretty good position, unless he scape shifts off the top.
Well, scape shift wouldn't do anything to you. And that's actually it. I just drew Valakut. So, next game. The only thing, it could have been a prime time. I would have gotten, let me draw a card here. Search for Tomorrow, Cinderglade, Scape Shift. Yeah, it wasn't going to happen. Prime time would have saved me. I could have gotten rid of 2 of his creatures and then had a 6/6, and then I could have killed him, but that was all I was looking for. He had a Thoughtseize and a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, the Bolt would have been, I still would have been okay. I would have been left at 1, but Lily, you could have ultimated Lily, and it would have been bad for me.
Yeah, if you didn't deal with her, that would have been probably the next play. So,
all right, so this post board, I go really heavy on the mid-range plan, and but I like being able to keep my lethal top decks of Scape Shift. I know in the past I actually dropped some of these pieces a little bit, but because I have so much mid-range coming in, I feel like I don't have to dilute my main plan too much. These might not be bad. I think I might want to keep some number of those in. Anger's horrible. Lightning Bolt isn't atrocious. Just for some interaction. Be like 1. I could see myself going down. Actually, we'll go down 1 relic there and keep. Yeah, that seems okay. This Thrun I'm testing out. If I had to, I might make Thrun a 4th Baloth, because I think that card's just sweet.
and very good against me.
Very good against you. This hand I just don't think does enough. Let's think about it here. I don't want to... I'm going to try it, only because these can be cycled.
Mine's light on interaction, but it's not terrible.
And I also know he runs Fulminator mages out of the side, so this is a great hand to kind of blank those.
Oh, all the basics. Jeez,
Yep.
that's no fun. I don't entirely appreciate that, to be honest. So we're gonna go ahead and just get this
We can do that.
alive.
I am okay with a Ren and 6 here.
Obviously, what I didn't want to see was 2 relics, because that pretty much completely nullifies me from filtering lands out of my deck with Ren and 6.
Oops. So I don't want him to Fulminator us. 3, 4, 5. So we're just gonna go there. Can keep up a relic to cycle if we need to.
So let's go ahead and that's not really gonna matter here, but go ahead and do that. Of course. Think about what I need. Go ahead and grab basic. And we're gonna do this. So let's go ahead and do this and do this, and we're gonna dump this Goif.
Turret reveals their hand. You choose. Cool.
So the reason why I'm doing that, for context, is I need to know what's in your hand, and hope
Yeah,
it's not a
that's fair.
Baloth.
That's fair.
Let's just go ahead and uptick, I guess. Kind of useless, but
Yeah, I didn't really need to do that because I'm going to cycle one of these anyway, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and just cycle. This comes off. Let's go ahead and just get our other forest here. 4, 5.
so that's bad.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, man. Well,
So this puts me in a bit of a spot. Clearly. Let's go ahead here. Go here.
shock it in.
No, I think we'll pass on that. And we're kind of forced to go here, unfortunately. And obviously there.
Yeah. It's a thing.
And we'll just keep upticking, I guess.
Okay, so here's the question. Let's see what we top deck. Okay, so we can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't really want Ren and 6 to get out of control. Let's go ahead and snag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we want to do here? So we can cycle this relic. Ren and 6 can ping our Wood Elves. I think we played a land, right? I think we're just going to pass.
And let's see where we're at here. I think we're just gonna uptick.
And that was the plan.
Was that a mistake? Correct.
Yes, that was the plan.
Neat. Very neat. So, ooh, I'm not liking where we're at right now. As much as I don't want to just downtick there for the fun of it.
Good. That was good. That's what I wanted.
And here's where we're in a bit of a spot. Let's go ahead and drop this. I hate to do this, but I'm going to.
You're fine.
For now. Let's go here.
Okay.
Let's go. So this is a weird spot because obviously you can just, you know.
Oh, I know.
I think that hurts. I think I need to just take one of these off.
And in response to that,
because I can't really, you know, do anything better there. In response to that, we're gonna do this. to keep that.
In response to that, we're gonna do that.
Get rid of that Inquisition.
Get pushed.
Get hit with a couple bolts. All day.
And so
top deck mode.
the only reason I popped the relic there, or use the relic, I know that Slick doesn't run surgical extractions. If I did not know that 100%, I would have kept that relic up for using the relic on myself for the Valakut. So we're going to go ahead and cycle here.
Yep, this is gonna get real bad for me. So we're just gonna drop that and uptick that and hope that it wasn't a bailoff. Life total sketchy currently. Let's just uptick this and pass turn. Yep, and now we're dead. Yep. That was the move.
All right. So
at this point, nope, that doesn't do it.
Yeah, even if he had an Assassin's Trophy, he wouldn't have got him out of it because the 2 Valakut triggers would have killed him.
I just had to rip a Lily. That would have been.
You had to rip a Lily.
The only recourse.
Do I want any changes to my sideboard here? Relic is very good in this matchup. I almost think Relic is better than this card. I hate this card. I really do. I might just say screw it and I go back to my bolts and hope I can just race the Phoenix draws with bolts. Or not, I don't care about the Phoenix draws, the thing in the ice draws. I hate that stupid Flame Slash card. So there you guys saw me keep basically an all land hand, and I feel like Slick and I, we played a game last night and we had discussed it afterwards that those are typically hands that I can almost get away with because it's hard for him to disrupt because he can't take them, and I just consistently, in the mid game, start ripping into just ramp spells after he's done the Inquisition Thoughtseize and he wants to play other things. It allows me to just, accelerate land drops in the mid game and kind of get Valakut online that way. It's a good strategy against Jund, I think. And then there's the opposite side of things, which is what we see here. Which I'm going to give it one hell of a go, I think.
I pretty much cannot keep this hand.
It's never good.
It's really good if it had one more land. And just can't do that. Really not liking this hand either, unfortunately. But I really don't want to go down another. So, not that. we're gonna drop this.
Yeah, this is a hand that is kind of what our deck can side into really well, kind of enacting that secondary game plan, and that was a fine draw. So go ahead here, pass turn. Should have dropped this, but I'll probably get another basic with that, so it's fine.
So we're gonna do this. I kind of hate to do that, but I feel like I'm just gonna try to race you down here.
I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't really have an overly explosive hand.
I don't have the interaction, obviously, because I would have already used it. So,
There's a blood
ouch.
braid. That hurts.
Wow. The worst thing to pull. There it is. Cool. Now we're definitely racing you down because that was not cool.
Go Gadget Bob versus Ren and 6.
Yep. So here's an interesting. I don't think I want to shock that in. We're just gonna drop good old skews and get a couple points.
So the best possible draw here would be Wood Elves or Steve, something of that nature. And hey, you ask and you shall receive. It's really just a beautiful thing. It's kind of what it comes down to here. 3, 4, 5.
Ouch. This is getting
a little rough.
Apparently I'm racing myself down to nothing at this point. All right, well, we're all in now, so
I feel pretty good here.
We're just going for it. Sure. We're just gonna attempt to beat him to death before I kill myself, apparently. That's the gambit.
And I mean, he has one hell of a clock. Like, I have to be careful here. I can't. I mean, he definitely is posing a clock, and that's sort of the downside to keeping a hand like this. So we have a couple options. I think I would like to be able to stabilize here a little bit, play this out, gain some life. Big blocker that he has a hard time getting through.
And that kind of hurts me there.
Yeah.
See if I can pull another. Ouch.
Oh my god.
My lord. The pain is real here.
I mean, that's the thing, though. He drops a Lily, and he edicts me. I'm down to 7 already. That's pretty serious. Pretty serious stuff. Yep. Down to 6. So I have to really think about this next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to go here. I have to. Because I can't survive if I don't.
These Balos, I'll tell you what.
I know. They're really something.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. This has been the exact opposite of how Bob should work. So I can't uptick Lily because I can't risk him having another Baloth in his hand. That would just completely turn the clock here. I think the strategy is going to be just stacking.
Well, I'm just dead now.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because clearly I'm going to down tick, get rid of Baloth.
Yep.
And you don't have any creature interaction.
Nope. That's it.
Let me just make sure 5/5, and like we're not going to be super stupid here, just on the off chance that there's like a bolt or something.
No, that's it.
So aside from the nurturing peatland that I just drew, it was Tracker, Colgan's Brutality, Kalidas, and Skews.
Yeah, you were just a little bit aggressive.
I was betting on the Velos. I wasn't planning on because I was hoping to just get you low enough to like either Colgan's or Collective Brutality and just like stack it and finish you off essentially.
Right.
That was kind of an interesting revelation for me.
That was an interesting game. If I was hoping, if you were gonna uptick Lily, I was just gonna Summoner's Pact for a Baloth.
That
Let's see.
I'm glad I did.
There's a Valakut. If I could have gotten through the next turn, I could have started pinging down his dropping a prime time, but dropping Valakut, dropping a prime time, shooting down his board. But I could never. I was able to drop a prime time last turn, but I was never able to. I was always that one turn behind with your board. When would I have drawn like a bolt? That's not going to let us look. Those were good games, though.
You were just that like one turn off the majority of the time there, from me just getting like wrecked. So
yeah, that was a good, and that's the power of Jund too. Like sometimes it's just, an aggro-y fast hand.
Well, I think obviously we've been playing other games, and games one, I always feel pretty good against you. I feel like things more tend to work out in my favor, depending, unless you just like go off like crazy. But like, seems like game ones I feel better about. Game 2 and 3, when you switch to the Baloth mid-range plan, I've been trying to like do the same mid-range plan with you, and I don't think that works for me.
Right.
I think you just have better between your relics and your Balos and stopping the ability of me to do things like Edict on Lily, etc. That just really messes me up. So I think depending on what my hand looks like, I think going for the aggressive route against you games 2 and 3 just makes more sense, and just trying to force you to, because that's really the only thing that kept you off,
Winning.
off the kilter. If I had been any less aggressive,
yeah,
you would have slammed down a prime time and just like nuked whatever was on my board, and then it would have been all downhill from there.
Yeah, and the nice thing about like the hand I had, it was very resilient to interaction because I had one Summoner's Pact, one Prime Time early, and then I drew into a second Summoner's Pact. So it was like there was no way you were going to keep me off of a payoff. So yeah, if you hadn't been that aggressive, I was getting a Primeval Titan on the board, no matter what you did.
Yeah, and then that's the point where it just falls apart for
Yeah.
me there, unless I have such a substantial board state, but usually that's not the case.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Those were good games. I hope you guys enjoyed them. And I'm sure Slick and I will continue to play test, and we'll try to record these games, and you can kind of see if I make any changes to my sideboard or my main board. Like these Flame Slashes, I hate. But all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Punt Factor bringing you not all of the green white value town. Thanks for watching.